I'm Pavitra, and I'm going to walk you through how the rest of the workplace applications can make your productivity and your team's productivity better. Before I dive into the demo for today, I'll quickly explain what are the applications that I'm going to be walking you through. First of which is email, which is a secure and encrypted modern day email collaboration platform, which can be used for small businesses and for enterprises alike. So, when we say modern day email collaboration, what we mean is that Zoho Mail provides not just a mailbox, not just a usual mailbox, but we also provide feature rich collaboration platforms which can suit modern day needs and make emailing and simpler and efficient for your organization. Next, we have Zoho Click, which is an instant messaging platform, which is used to streamline all your team's instant spur of the moment ideas that you have with your colleagues, spur of the moment conversations that you initiate and start with your colleagues. Next, we have Zoho Connect, which is social intranet for team collaboration. With Connect, you can have organization-wide discussions with all your employees. And apart from that, you can also start conversations with external stakeholders as well and create separate networks for them and have discussions with them as well. Next, we have Zoho Meeting, which is a virtual web conferencing software for audio and video meetings. And finally, we have Zoho Showtime, which is a comprehensive online training platform which can be used to deliver online trainings for other people, the very platform that we're using for today's seminar. And given that you have an understanding of all of the applications that are available in Workplace, so now that Vaishnavi has shared her presentation with me for me to take a look, let me go check my email. Here I have a notification for the presentation that has been shared with me. So I open my email, I go view the file, I take a glance through the presentation. I'm really happy with the work that has been done on the presentation. So I feel that a lot of input from the others in the organization needs to be added to the presentation as well. I want the input of others and the feedback of others so that all of it can be implemented before we send it across to our clients. So what I do is I quickly share this presentation with a group. So what you just witnessed here is email sharing. I've shared this email with a group that has already been created in Zoho Mail, and all the members who are present in this group will now be able to view the contents of the email. And since Vaishnavi has already set the permissions to viewable by everyone in the organization, or everyone in the organization can view the file as well. So they'll all be able to take a look at it and they'll provide their feedback right through comments right here. We can have a discussion right here and come to a conclusion regarding what has to be done regarding the presentation. So you can see here that when you're sharing an email, instead of forwarding it, you're simply minimizing on the number of email threads that get added to the presentation. And apart from that, you're also minimizing on a lot of storage space that can otherwise be used for other emails with your external communicators. So internally, instead of using forwarding emails to your other teammates, you can simply share the email with your teammates so that you can save up on a lot of storage space while minimizing on the number of email threads. So how else does Zoho Mail make communication and collaboration within your organization more efficient, right? So the feature that I'm going to be explaining next is called folder sharing. Consider, for example, that you have a huge project that your entire organization is working on. So while being the single point of contact from your organization on the client's end, you would also want to keep everybody in your organization updated about what is happening regarding the project. You'd also want them to have an idea of the goings on, so that they know what to do next. They know the things that have to be done on their part, right? So while doing this, you will still want to be the single point of contact to minimize any confusion on the client's end. So what you can do is you can set up a folder such that all the emails regarding this project are delivered to this folder. So when you're setting up a filter to deliver all emails related to this project to this folder, all emails get delivered here. And all you have to do is simply right click on this folder and click share this folder. So you can enter the members you would like to share this folder with. And you can set the permission that you want to give for the members that you're sharing the folder with. Say, for example, when you're giving the read permission, you are you're letting these people just view the emails that are present in this folder. And if you're giving the write permission, you're also giving them the permission to organize the emails that are present in the folder. And in case you allow delegation, you're also allowing the people to respond on behalf of you. So for example, if you have multiple email addresses configured with this account, you can select the email address from which these people can respond on your behalf as well. So when delegation is particularly useful in case you have a secretary who is responding to emails on your behalf. In my case, I'm simply going to give them the right permission and I'm going to share it with them. Since I do not want them to respond, I just want them to be aware of what is happening with respect to this project. I'm simply giving them the right permission and I'm sharing it with them. So now that this folder is shared with them, you will see a small share icon right here next to the folder. And you'll know that this is a shared folder and that all the emails in this folder are viewable by the people who you have shared it with. So that is folder sharing. Next, what is the next feature that we're going to be looking at? I'm going to tell you about streams. So streams is social media style communication right within your mailbox. So what streams does is it brings a group of people together to a common space to talk about whatever the space is meant for. Say, for example, you can have role-based groups inside your organization. You can have a group for marketing. You can have a group for HR probably. Right now, I have this group called Zoho Creators, which is all the creators in my organization in one group. So all the 9 members in this organization will be present in the 9 members for this meant for this group will be present here. And you'll see that there are conversations going on in this group, and there are multiple emails here, there are tasks added here. So do you remember that email I shared at the beginning of that demo? I shared it with this group called Zoho Creators, and you can now see that all the email that I had shared is now populated on the streams feed. So all the 9 members who are part of this group will now be able to view this email. They can interact with it. They can just acknowledge it by leaving a like on it, or they can comment on it. And you can really get your discussions going by means of this email. So other than that, Streams also has the facility to post messages or create notes, create events, add tasks, etc. So all of these are really to just get your conversations going and to make sure that all the members in the team are aware of the task that the other people are working on, so that they'll have a note not to make to make sure that there is no overlap or anything of that sort. So even if you create a task or a note here, all these tasks and notes will be populated in the respective applications on the left as well. So apart from sharing posts and creating notes or tasks in streams, what else can you do? So say, for example, that you've been drafting an email you want to send to your client. And with respect to client emails, you would always want to be very careful to make sure that nothing is left out, there are no errors, and that everybody in the team is on board with everything you're suggesting to the client. So when you're to do that, you don't have to you don't have to draft an email, send it to someone and get their opinion through a response. What you can do is simply draft the email, click on share draft right here, and you can enter the name of the group or the specific people you want to share it with, and you can hit on share here. So you'll see here that the draft that I had, the email that I had drafted has now been shared with this group called Zilker Creators. And again, the members who are present in this group can now get their conversations going about this email, and we can all derive at a conclusion for this. So you can see how streamlined and efficient your communication within your organization becomes when you're using streams, email sharing, and features like folder sharing. You can minimize on a lot of email threads, and you can just get conversations going by minimizing your storage space as well. Apart from this, to make emailing and looking for your emails as well as efficient as it can be, we have a search functionality here. We do understand that we provide a lot of options in your mailbox, so we want to make sure that you find them easy as well when you're looking for them in a hurry. So you can look for specific emails, or you can look for posts in streams, or you can choose any of these entities and look specifically so that your search is really narrowed down and make sure that you're finding exactly what you're looking for at the particular time. So apart from this, you can also look for specific features or actions that you want to perform. Say, for example, that I feel really bored using this theme for a really long while in my mailbox. I can simply search theme. You'll see the themes listed here, and you can select the theme that you want to apply to your mailbox. You can simply do that right here. So all the features that are available, all the settings that are available with respect to your mailbox can be viewable right here. And in case you know exactly what you're looking for, you can simply click on search here, and using the quick access option, you can enter what you're looking for. So these are the user level functionalities that we have inside the mailbox. Say, for example, that you're an email administrator for your organization. In case you're an email administrator, you will also be able to access your control panel or admin console from inside your mailbox. So the admin console is a feature-rich place from where you can manage your users, your domains, your groups. You can set policies for your organization or configure any restrictions that you want for your organization right from this console right here. So when you open the admin console, you'll be greeted with a view which has all the reports and analysis pertaining to your organization. All of these reports, of course, are customizable. You can set it up like however you want it to be. And all these features on the left, all these tabs on the left will take you through the specific options that you want to change pertaining to your organization. Since you know the requirements of your organization best, you can explore them and change it as per your organization's requirements. Now, going back to our mailbox, going back to our user's mailbox. Say, for example, that I have a discussion that's going on inside my mailbox, and I probably want to take the conversation. I know that I want to have a conversation about this, but I want to take the conversation elsewhere. Since I know that this is going to be a long conversation, I want to take it elsewhere and do this elsewhere. So I'll simply click on this button which says chat about this task. This is the this is the task about which I want to have a chat. I simply click this. I enter a name for the chat. I add in anybody else I need. And I click start chat. So what happens now is that all the people who's already involved in this conversation have been added to this click conversation as well. And I can really get the conversation going from here. So I've dropped in a message, and here, just to make sure that everybody who's in the conversation also has context as to what is happening, they can simply click on this task and see what the task is about, to make sure that they don't lose context of what is happening. So now that I've started a conversation, I want to solely focus on this conversation, and I don't want to have any other distractions. I just want to converse with these people regarding my getting the documents ready. So let me open this in Click, and you'll see here this conversation has opened up in my Click. So here you see that the people have started responding, we've started conversing. Let me quickly drop a reaction to this to make sure that I've also acknowledged their messages. And given that you've decided to finalize by the end of today, just to make sure that you don't lose context, just to make sure you don't forget about it, you can simply set a reminder to this. And you can set a time for your reminder, say for example 5 p.m. and you can choose whether you want to remind just yourself or the others in the conversation, or if you want to drop a reminder just in the conversation. After you've selected what you want to do, click create, and the reminder will now be created. You'll be reminded at exactly the time that you have set in this conversation by a click bot. So now say, for example, that you're working on a project within your organization and you want all the designers in your organization to get together in a group and collaborate and work together. You can go to channels here and create a new channel for collaboration with them. You can choose the type of channel that you want to create. You can add in the participants to this channel. And you can create the channel. So you can get your conversations going here. So you can really get your conversations going with respect to this particular project right here. So now I see that I have some unread chats. Let me open one of these chats. So I see here that I've received a feedback or a suggestion from one of my colleagues on what we can do for our upcoming project. Let me quickly drop a message saying, So I've dropped in a message, and instead of forwarding this message or creating a new group with all these people, what I can do is I can simply poke the conversation from here and add in more people to the conversation. So now what happens here is that all the other people in from this message, the conversation has been forked, and all the other people in the conversation will be able to view these two messages only, while making sure that the other messages have not been forked. So now the other people can respond to it. We can get a conversation going right here, and we can see what has to be done. And given that this is a suggestion, you would probably want to get input from the others as well as to how to proceed with this, right? You want to know if they are in for it or if they're not. So I can quickly run a poll. And you can set the number of choices, or you can decide whether the who can view the results of the poll, and you can finally create a poll. So the poll has been created, and everybody in this chat can now view the poll, and they can leave their what they think about this particular idea, and they can just say yes or no. And you'll get to know how many people are in for it or not in for it simply by doing this, instead of having each person type in yes or no separately. So say, for example, I remember now that I need to talk to somebody in the organization about something, but I'm not sure if this person is in today or if they're away from work. I can quickly go to remote work here and see who is at work and who is away. So if the person that I want to ping is at work, I can start the chat and I can get my conversation going. So apart from this feature in the remote work portal, you also have multiple other features where you can set your status. You can set yourself as available or away, or you can, in case you're just taking a short break, you can let people know that you'll be back in 15 minutes. And say, for example, you're done with your work day and you're not available, and you're not going to be available for a few hours from now. You can simply click on checkout, and your status will be marked as away, and nobody is going to contact you in case you're away. So now I see that I have another message from a colleague. I see that it's a connect link. I open it and I come into Zoho Connect here. So I see that she's sent this message to me for me to notice. I simply leave an acknowledgement. I can leave a comment here if I want. So what you see here is Zoho Connect. So what is Connect? Connect, like I previously said, is social media style intranet collaboration for the entire organization. So you can get conversations going on with all of your employees, and you can also have conversations outside with external stakeholders as well through the external networks. So let's say, for example, that you have a huge that you just your organization has just signed on a huge project, and this could be really beneficial for your organization. And you would probably want to share your happiness about this project with your employees as well, right? So in that case, what you can do is you can simply make an announcement on your intranet. You'll see here that you have an option to make an announcement. You can enter a title, and you can enter the message that you want to type in. And you can select where you want to post this announcement. You can post this on the company wall, or you can choose any other group where you want to post it. I'm sharing it on the company wall so that everybody in the organization can get note of this message, and I click share. So once I've made the announcement, I see that people are really excited about it, and they're really looking forward to see how this project goes on. So I quickly want to get into action. I want to start working on it right away. What I can do now is I can create a group within Connect. I click on new group, I enter a name for it. I can give it a description if required. I can set the access level. I can make it private so that only the members of the group can access it, or I can make it public as well. I can add in specific members for the group. Say, for example, I want to add in 3 to 4 people. And when we say integrated, you'll see how integrated it is right here. So when you're creating a group inside Connect, you can also make sure that you want to create a click channel for this group. So when you're creating a click channel, you're like I previously explained click channels to you, a click channel will be created and you can have instant messages as well through this channel. And you can also choose to create Zoho mail groups, in which case you can access streams as well for this group. And you click create. So this is the space where conversations regarding this particular project will be happening. So you can see here that you have multiple options. You can start a conversation, you can ask questions, you can post announcements. There are endless options as to what you can do. Now for today's demo, let me show you a group here where we already have a lot of conversations going on. Say this is a project that's been going on for a while now, and I want to take a quick poll to see to see which design approach to take for a particular homepage, perhaps. I type in the content for my poll. I give them some options to choose from. You'll see here that you also have an option to upload images. So I upload images to make sure they know exactly what they're voting for. You can set some preferences with respect to the poll as well, and you can simply share. So like with Click, all the members of the organization will now be able to see the options that they have for example, for this design that they have, and they can choose which option they want to go with. So these are all options that we have with respect to internal communication, with respect to communication with your employees. So how do you communicate with people external, how do you communicate externally with external stakeholders as well? So what you can do is you can create external networks. I have an external network created here, right, for Zilker partners. I can add in all the people that I need into this network, all the external stakeholders that I have into this network, and I can get conversations going here. So you can make sure that you're well connected, not just with your employees, but with external connectors as external stakeholders as well. Like with internal communication, you will see that you have all the options available here as well, and you can really get your conversations going here. Another excellent feature that Zoho Connect has is the town hall feature. So while all of these conversations can revolve just around, commenting about it and discussing about it, what town hall does is a question and answer. It's an open house type. It's an open house format. So say, for example, that you have a lot of new marketers who've been joining into your organization. So instead of giving them an onboarding individually, you just want to get them all in one place, and you want to explain the marketing strategy that your company usually follows. What you can do is simply create a town hall. You can enter a description about it. You can choose when to start the session and end the session, and you can choose who gets to attend the session. You can either choose everyone in the network, in which case all of them will be able to ask questions and get their answers. And you can add, probably since this is a town hall that is dedicated just for marketing, you can add in more panelists. So these panelists can be marketing experts so that they can give you an opinion, give you answers with respect to the questions asked. And you can start the town hall. So once you've started the town hall, everyone in your organization will be able to view it and they can post their questions. Let me show you on some examples of some ongoing sessions that we have. So you can see here that multiple questions have been posted. People have answered their questions. They voted for best answers. Multiple people can add in their questions as well, questions and answers as well. So while I am doing all this, I get reminded that I need to have a catch-up call with my team. So what do? You don't have to leave your Connect at all. You can simply start a meeting from the meeting icon right here on the right. Click on meeting here. I can add in members to the meeting, and I can say meet now. So you can set your preferences. So since I want my teammate to quickly join in the meeting, I'll leave a message on click as well. So you can see here that you have a bunch of options here as well. You can, in case this is a catch-up call that you want to have with a client to probably explain what has been happening with the project and give them an update, you can invite them as well. And here in the chat option, you can simply converse. You can drop links, for example, if you're dropping in references. And you have a bunch of options here in the settings as well. Say, for example, you want to give a product demo. All complete product demos can also be given from inside meeting. You can simply start sharing your screen, select your preferences, and really explain the product really well with your screen sharing option. So there's also an option to start a recording, in which case the recording will be the recording of this entire meeting along with audio and video will be present. And you can either stream the recording online, or you can also choose to download the recording and view it later at your convenience. Say, for example, if all the attendees have joined in and you're done with the meeting, you don't want to let anybody else join the meeting, you can also choose to lock the meeting. Yeah. You can also choose to lock the meeting. So once you lock the meeting, nobody else will be allowed to enter. I see that another colleague of mine has now joined. And like you can see here, you can have high quality audio and video visual discussions inside your meeting software. And you can choose to mute particular attendees in case you want to focus on what you're doing to make sure you don't have any interruption, or so that the conversation does not get diluted. And after you finish your conversation, you can simply exit. So now that the meeting is over, say for example that you want to make this catch-up call a regular thing. You do not want it to be a one-time thing. You want to do daily catch-up calls with your clients. What you can do when you're scheduling a meeting is you can fill in all your meeting details, and you can choose the repetition period as well. So you can set it to repeat every day, and instead of generating a link and sending it every day to your teammates, a link this will automatically take care of it for you. So once that is done, everybody will be able to join the meeting without any daily interruption from you. So say, for example, that this meeting was about a training that you want to give to one of your external clients. You just wanted to have this meeting to probably discuss with them what to do, assign roles to each of the people who are going to be present in the training. What you can do after that is simply switch to Showtime here, and you can go about creating a session. So Showtime is the very tool that we are using for the purpose of today's seminar. So what you have been witnessing so far inside Showtime will be the attendee level view, but what I'm going to show you is the trainer view. I'll create a session here. You can see here that there are multiple session types present as well. You can choose a remote session or a face-to-face session. Today, we're going to be discussing remote and face-to-face sessions. Remote session is the kind of training that we're doing right now, where the trainers and the co-trainers are present in remote locations and the attendees can be present all over the world. And for face-to-face session, what you have is the typical classroom setup where you can deliver interactive trainings and presentations to a classroom full of attendees. For today's training, I'm going to choose a remote session. I can enter a name for the session. I can give in the details that I want, and I'll simply create the session. So once the session has been created, you will see here that there are multiple options. I can add multiple co-trainers. And I can upload any session material to make sure that all my presentations, all the videos that I want to present for the session are all uploaded and ready to go. And to make sure that my audience are engaged and I have some interactive conversations with my audience as well, I can upload some quotes. And in case you want to conduct a test after the session is over, given that this is a training, you can also upload some test materials. And if you want your audience to have any references through the course of the session, you can give in some handouts as well. So after you've filled in all the details, you can go and launch the session. I choose my preferences and I hit continue. So once I launch the session, you will see here that you have multiple options here on the left. You can invite any people by sending any other people that you want for the session by sending this link. You can see the people who've joined in for the session in the attendees tab, and you can see if your trainers are in through the trainers tab. So now let me just have a catch up with my co-trainer to make sure that all is set. All right, so looks like we're all set. So I can simply start the broadcast and I can go about delivering my training. So apart from that, you also have the options to add polls even after you start the session. And any questions that you have will come in through the questions tab. And you can have your casual conversations during the course of the session going in through the chats tab. So here you have the options to share any material and you can start your training. Otherwise, you can, in case you want to show live product demos like this, like you're seeing right now, you can simply choose the screen share option and give demos as well. So once your session is done, you can end the session. So even after you end the session, you'll see here that you have the option to export analytics. So you can export your analytics and view detailed data about the level of engagement that was available in the session, or you can see the number of attendees for the session. You can see the questions they asked. You can have all your data during the session, during the course of the session in the analytics here. So now that we are done with all the product demos, this would have given you an idea of all the basic features that are available in all of the workplace apps. So apart from these, we have a lot of other features as well. You can take a look at all of these features in the workplace web links handout that is present in the handouts tabs. You simply go download it and take a look at all the features of the individual apps. So while we understand that there is a managing communication and collaboration, that too remotely in a workplace is difficult, we've made sure that we've integrated all in one place and made sure that it's as simple and efficient as it can be. So we've also wanted to make sure that you have exactly what you're looking for at the right time. So we wanted to make this as simple as it can, which is why we've integrated search across all the applications as well. In your workplace dashboard, you will find the search icon present on your right bottom corner. You can simply click on it and you can look for anything. So simply put in your search key and wait for the results to show up. So what you see here is search results across all the applications. You have search results specific to email, with conversations that you have going on in Click, with files that you have in Work Drive and in Connect as well. All of these are really integrated, and anything you're looking for, just type in the keyword and all the documents that you have related to it will be present to you. So in case you want to view just specific search results and not everything, you can choose the relevant application and you can view just those search results as well. So that brings us to the end of all the demo of our applications. And like I previously mentioned, we have Zia search across workplace applications, which makes sure that any search key you enter will bring up results of everything that you are looking for, be it any application that you're looking for, be it any email that you're looking for, or a post that you're looking for, you will have it all here. So apart from all the features that we just discussed here, all the basic functions that we just discussed here, there is a lot more that we do offer. So with Workplace, we provide contextual communication supplemented with utmost privacy and security, coupled with enhanced AI capabilities while catering to the needs of our enterprise users as well. So with Workplace, what you can do is communicate with context across multiple applications while making sure that these communications are not disjoint. You have context across all applications. You can place video and audio calls right from inside your mailbox, and you can also make sure that you have context with your click conversations, because you can place individual group wise or individual video and audio calls as well. So our customers' privacy and security has always been our topmost priority. So, a well known fact about Zoho is that we never sell our customers' data, and that your customers' data will always remain theirs. Adding to that, we have enhanced capabilities in each app to ensure maximum security. You can customize activity reports in your file management system, which is WorkDrive. In Click, the role given to each user will determine the level of access they have, and with EMM management in Click, the Aux admin will have control over their Aux data. And to ensure that users do not post anything outside of their company's policies, you can select the permission to be given to users on Connect and moderate the content posted accordingly. And artificial intelligence has really been making our work easier. Our word processor and spreadsheet have enhanced AI capabilities to give you the right analysis on your work so that you can fine tune it accordingly. There's a lot Workplace provides for those enterprise business users as well. So with mails, e-discovery and retention, which you can access from Zoho Mail's admin console, you can ensure that important email data does not go missing and that you're able to find just what you need in case of a compliance or legal issue. Writer's automation with Zoho Sign simplifies the process of getting approvals and signatures on important employee documents. And however big your organization gets, it always needs to have a unified voice. You need to put on a consistent front to your external stakeholders as well. So this is what Zoho Show ensures with organization-wide templates to make sure that the voice of your company remains consistent even externally. And since work has evolved into what we do and not where we are anymore, we have the workplace applications. All of the workplace applications are available for both the iOS and Android devices. And we understand that not everybody in your organization might not need all the features that we just spoke about today. Not everybody will need enterprise level features, perhaps. So you can mix and match multiple workplace plans to suit the needs of your employees. From web links handout that is present in the handouts tab, you can see the pricing plans that are available, and you can see how to make the best out of the mix and match plans that are there. So I really hope that you enjoyed today's session, and that in case you're not existing workplace users, you will join our user base of 15 million users.